Hello again. I've been watching with interest all the fuss about Israel and the Eurovision Song Contest, and whether or not Israel should have been allowed to enter and all the rest of it. And it's prompted me to consider something which I have long found puzzling. What on earth is Israel doing in the Eurovision Song Contest anyway? It's not in Europe at all, but Asia. Turkey was, of course, an entrant as well for some years. And that's not in Europe either, but at least they haven't been in it since 2012. Even more extraordinary is the fact that in 1980, Morocco entered the Eurovision Song Contest, despite the fact that the country is actually in Africa. Here's something which is surprising. Did you know that Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Lebanon, and Jordan are also eligible to enter Eurovision? They have not yet done so, but could if they wished. This is because they're all members of the European Broadcasting Union. Call me old-fashioned if you will, but I think it would make more sense for the Eurovision Song Contest to be limited to, well, European countries. I am, as I've often remarked, a great fan of Israel, but have no idea at all why they should want to be in the Eurovision contest. All else apart, it is one of those things which provide ammunition for those who claim that Israel is in fact a white European colonial enterprise. It makes it seem as though Israel feels it has more in common with Europe than it does neighbouring countries such as Jordan and Lebanon. In any case, the whole thing is horribly political. Does anybody really think that the fact that Ukraine won the contest in 2022 was a reflection of the quality of their entry? Or was it rather because it was felt that it would be a gesture of support following the Russian invasion a few months earlier? What about the fact that Britain was voting this year for Israel? Does that tell us more about British foreign policy than it does the Israeli song? In exactly the same way, when Israel won in two successive years, in 1978 and 1979, does anybody believe for a moment that this was because Israel's entries were so brilliant those years? Or did it have something to do with the peace treaty being negotiated and then signed with Egypt in 1978 and 1979, and the tremendous enthusiasm of America for this process? My own feeling is simple. Israel is not a European country. It's not in Europe, and so has no business at all in the Eurovision Song Contest.